Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Thea 2 the Shattering. So I think what we're going to do today... I'm debating going back to the Red Ridge camp and just trying to push through the storyline with what we have. I have been assured that it's maybe not quite as difficult as I am making it look. Maybe I don't need to be quite so afraid, but... I really do want to get a good version of that javelin built first. So let's go get some more granite. Is there a terrain artifact over here as well? No, this blue stuff is just mushrooms. Alright, maybe let's make another adventuring party, or rather, the same adventuring party, but also with one of our gatherers in it. Oh, there's an actual Spirit Talker's village over here. Maybe we should go and try to initiate some diplomacy. Alright, so traveling during the winter is going to be a little bit hard on our fuel. So we take Yuzia, the Hunter, the Warrior, and the Better Gatherer. 29.2 versus 28. Okay. Jasia. We leave all these people behind. The village has Migo and Bozidar and Biaklava to help defend it. Yeah, this should be fine. Hopefully. Hopefully this will be fine. And then let's bring some... First of all, some food. So, it has been pointed out to me that I'm probably bringing too much food. Like, how many days worth of food is this? 225. Hold on. Transfer all of the food back. Because carrying capacity is a concern, right? And I want to bring weapons with us to sell, which means we maybe need to travel a little bit lighter on supplies. If I go like 10% of our available food, that gives us 75 days worth of food. We do not need even this much. We gotta remember that the boat caps out at 26. So like that would be all we could carry if we bring this much food. I would like to bring this many different types of food if possible. But we should also bring, like, can we do a sort by value, please? Alright, so I'd love to bring this silver armor with us. We have some okay armor that will sell pretty well. So maybe we can trade with the Spirit Talkers, get some cool stuff from them, and just generally make friends. But we gotta make sure that we are not overweighing ourselves by too much. So this at 447 is a pretty low priority. We actually probably want to keep the Dark Wand. This is our best bow. This is our best sword. We're not going to use this silver crafting tool, and it's worth like 500 value, 500 abstract valuation units. So how much food do I want to put back, basically? We don't need to bring the Sandstone Relic. That is not nearly valuable enough. These fur robes, honestly, not terribly great, and we can sell those for a fair amount. So the boat can carry 2640, but we don't have any wood. Let's grab... Sorry, we do not want to sort by value anymore. Just give me the raw type sort. How much wood do we need? I don't know. Like, I'm sure 25 will be way more than enough. And then let's put back some of the food. So unfortunately, there's not really like a good way to... Here, we can use the transfer food back button. Give up like 60% of the food we have here. Nope, that didn't. Transfer. So this button doesn't transfer a percentage of the food this group has to this group. It's working in percentages of the total food owned by both groups. So if we want to transfer stuff back, like for real, we only need some of that. We have so many fish cakes. We've been making a lot of fish cakes. You know that old phrase, make fish cakes while the sun is shining. I take that to heart. Okay. There we go. We can carry all this. And that's all of our equipment and stuff, too. Okay, let's go. Let's go and find out if we can indeed make friends with these people. So getting into the water is going to end my movement, I think. So I want to move as far as possible before getting into the water. And then in Slavgorod... That's not what I wanted. Cooking menu. Okay, nobody is currently cooking, which is good. Nobody needs to be cooking. We have enough fish cakes to last the rest of the game, probably. So, what do we want to be working on right now? We don't have any important research to do, and I don't think we have anything that we terribly want to build, so I guess it's just food and wood gathering. Feels a little superfluous. I guess let's work on gold. Let's get ourselves a bunch of gold. Gold is good for building and good for trading. We'll go talk to the spirit talkers. We'll get enough granite for a good javelin, and then we will figure out the Red Ridge scenario from there. Let's make visiting the spirit talkers our highest priority. We have sources of monster bone, shadow bone. There's a lot of good stuff available over here. We can explore the coastline a little bit more too. Uh-oh. Oh, attack the wind thing and hope to have it gone before you hit the rocks. We have once again been attacked by, like, a sentient wind. The good news is we're pretty good at fighting. We are way overweight now. An elven polearm, 1.1 and 0.8. I don't know if that's actually better than the polearm that our warrior is currently using. Well, he's on spear and shield, that's right. So it is actually, it's only slightly better than the one he's using right now, right? The first strike has the same value and the weapon attack is only one modifier point higher, and it's actually slower. This is just a worse weapon. The elves know how to make them a spear, apparently. They've done some fine work here. I still don't think we've seen an elf at any point. Alright, well, how much do I want to explore the coast? There's... Okay, those are just monsters. Those are not Spirit Talker aligned people. It's just a unit of terrifying monsters there. Alright, the yellow skill that her book gives her scales off of intelligence, doesn't it? Yeah. Reliable argument scales off of wisdom, though. So, 2 wisdom is not a terrible thing. Is it possible that she's already good enough at purple challenges and we should just take the wisdom? Yeah, yellow challenges might actually be our weak point right now. It's certainly yellow or red. Let's sail around a little bit. We don't have to get on land right this second. Oh, Lightbringers and also some Spirit Talkers. Apparently they're way into boars and ghosts. Maybe I don't want to get on land right here. My plan was to get up right there. Maybe we'll just go for the granite after all, because it looks kind of unsafe to get on land near the Spirit Talker village. Bozidar could gain Destructive Words, which seems like a cool skill, or another level of counterattack, which is kind of whatever. Yeah, sure. Splash damage with poison on it seems pretty good. Alright, let's get over here and gather the granite. We'll see if the opportunity to chat with the Spirit Talkers comes up naturally. We probably don't need fish as much as we need herbs. Not that we need either of them a huge amount. But we may as well gather while we're out here, right? And when we're on land, we're not overburdened. So, we don't have an advancement point. So there's really no place to settle, or no place to put up our camp that is better than just on top of the granite. If we did have an advancement point, though, Dragonbone seems pretty cool. I guess we'd have to have 2 advancement points to get there. Or 3, in fact. We'd have to go through one of these. I would love to be able to gather Dragonbone. Maybe that should be the thing we do with our next advancement points. We'd have to find a good source of them, though. We need to pull up some more terrain artifacts or something. Interesting that we can still see these monsters even though we don't have visibility over here. I'm wondering if that means that the fact that we can't see monsters here means they're not there anymore. Because my guess would have been that we just don't have visibility to them. You know what? Let's try to engage these things. It is a difficulty 4 challenge, and that's scary, but if we engage them, we're more likely to be able to pick a favorable type of challenge. You suddenly feel the winds of mystical powers surround you and know you are caught in some ritual. Well, let us defend ourselves by the strength of our spirit. So, this is a difficulty 4 faith challenge with equipment, as is this. I'm assuming this must be better in some way, since you only have access to it if you have a magic user, but it's not clear to me what the difference between these two things is from this menu. If we auto-resolve that, we get total defeat. Hold on, let's give it a shot, and maybe we will end up having to run away. That seems possible. What is that? Targets all enemies. Wow, that's a pretty good attack. A delay increaser that hits everybody? Well, it makes... I mean, I feel like we should just go random blasts, right? Fortunately, we're a little faster than her delay increaser is. Yeah. It's like random blasts and ghostly axe, which is great. The sneak attack is targeted, but this is for sure the right way to go. Let's spread out a little bit because we have no idea what their attacks look like. Okay, just straight up 19 damage. That's pretty harsh. We could do a bloody summon. Get some rats out on the field. And if we do that, then they can absorb a couple of these blows. 20% of the caster's current health. So health is the red bar. Taking this will not, or doing this will not decrease our faith, right? So let's try it. But let's try it last, right? We don't actually know how much health the rats have. It's possible that this is just going to happen fast enough that the rats will be dead before they can absorb any hits. I guess these attacks are happening before that one is. So they have 5 cards. Presumably they are all the same card. Oh no, this witch only has the 1 attack. This witch has both of them, so they're not, or wraith rather. So they're not the same. I'm definitely concerned here. We still have the ability to flee. We can just forfeit the challenge and run. Do you have any abilities that are useful? No. My Slav is not participating in the challenge, probably. And neither is Jossia, really. So we have 2 more points. We have 2 points right now. We're going to gain 3 more points over the course of the thing. I'm wondering if the right play is random blasts now, and then save up all the rest of our points and use them to play the rat skill. Let's put that on the table, see what it looks like, and then we can still back out as long as we do it soon. All right, so they've gotten to play each of their things once. They will get to play one of them a second time, and obviously it's going to be her. I think they have too much health for us to get through. Because we're going to take 38 damage from each of these over the course of the 2 combat rounds, plus another 12 here, plus another 12 here. And we are, unfortunately, not necessarily going to kill any of them. Because random blasts with the random targeting, you know, we don't know for sure that we will get any kind of focus at all. I think we maybe just have to withdraw from this challenge. And this is legitimately too hard. Yeah, let's bounce. Okay, big spiritual curse, huge sanity drop, and then we're stuck here. So we go into camp mode to recover some sanity. Oof. Yeah, that challenge is just legitimately too hard. Well, that sucks. Hopefully they won't attack us on their turn. Okay, they didn't. And we recovered enough sanity that we're no longer at risk of being instantly killed by a bad die roll. So the question is, do we even do this, or do we just run? I think let's settle down and try to gather. This is what we came for. We need some more. How much more do we need if we wanted to try to make the javelin again? We need to get to 25. And this is what I was doing, right? This creates true damage plus shield leech. This seems really good. Like, having Shield Leech on First Strike seems really good. So yeah, we need 25, we have 14. So I need to complete the gathering twice. And we have a couple of people idle in the camp here that could just cook, I guess? Because we have some herbs now. Like, make some grilled fish, or... Yeah, I think grilled fish makes sense. You come across a small settlement, mostly human. There are several huts huddled together, and, surprisingly, also a small sawmill. The place is quiet and somber. Wreaths of herbs hang on the doors, likely to keep some sickness at bay. Which group is this? This is the new adventuring group, so I'm a little leery of putting them into a challenge that could reduce their sanity, potentially. I guess stay vigilant and careful, but go in to see what happened. You enter the settlement and find the people huddled in the largest hut, while the few still well enough to walk tend to them. A girl looks up at you and quietly nods in thanks as you try to help. We should be able to do a difficulty 3 yellow challenge, I think. Okay, good enough. An old woman, hunched over, hobbles toward you and looks up, her eyes full of wisdom. Thank you, strangers, but you best be off. A Xort holds us here, and you have only delayed his trickery. Okay. How could this be stopped? Xort's ways are devious. I know it is his doing. You see that weeping willow yonder by the sawmill? It was not there when the moon last rose. It is known that Xorts love willows, I tell you. Okay, so, what can be done? No one goes to the willow since Janko went and never came back. Then the blight deepened, and now we can barely move. Maybe you can go. You look sturdy. Sturdy or stupid? We should try to help. We will go and check the weeping willow for Xorts. The only thing I can think of to help is to take some lindenwood with you. Here, have some wicker. You can tie the bastard up with it and throw him away. Good luck, friends. May the gods bless you for helping us common folk. Alright, take the wicker and go to see the willow tree. So I'm assuming we have created a point of interest, yeah, to go visit. Well, we will totally go and do that once we have finished gathering. Now, unfortunately, granite is a little harder to gather during the winter. Yeah, we'll give this a shot, but we're not moving at all until we have seen that you got granite icon appear twice. The goblin child is about to become an adult. Goblin or loyalty. Guide your child to their kin and ask them for training. This will risk the child staying with their clan, but if they decide to return to you, they will surely be wiser for it. Yeah, I think that's what we should do. A goblin tribe accepts you and the child and agrees for a spirit walk to establish the young one's true path. To pursue rare classes, the child will often need a high stat in the appropriate field, like strength for warriors, etc., as well as chance. Improving the luck attribute may also help in this. Okay, so we gave the kid the better of the two cats that we found, in the hopes of pushing mysticism high enough to try to make a witch. It looks like a goblin with mysticism becomes a shaman instead. Let's give this a shot. Let's see if we can make a goblin shaman. I'm curious what comes of that. The child enters the Grey World where the spirits reside and returns to you a shaman. The journey, however, was not without its perils, and the youth's soul remains tainted. Rejoice, I guess, unless it's inappropriate to rejoice about a tainted soul. Let's have a look at our new goblin shaman. So, you are, like... Look at the two of these creatures. Would you not think that these are two different races? It's wild. Maybe... Okay, so this one's female. Maybe goblin women stay really small. They just have, like, a very high degree of sexual dimorphism. So you're a tainted shaman. Sometimes the forefathers find fault in the young shamans and leave a taint that weakens them. They can travel into the realm of ghosts, the Grey World, and bring great wisdom or sometimes even greater peril. So we got like a weaker version of the shaman class, it looks like, because we didn't hit the roll well enough. So you're still a goblin. You have the stigma of the forefathers for 150 turns. Your intelligence, wisdom, destiny, and mysticism are lowered. Survive this lengthy trial and be freed from it, or perish. So what exactly is mind spirit weakness? Okay, just exactly what it says it is. Intelligence, wisdom, mysticism, and destiny are all lowered, as well as maximum sanity and faith. That's harsh. 150 turns is a long time. And also we have the Poison Dust skill, which allows us to use intelligence to attack in red and purple challenges, which seems pretty cool. So, I mean, the stats are reduced for sure, but their mysticism is actually still pretty good. The cat is doing a lot of that, actually. Yeah, that's really interesting. Okay, what's your carry limit? 300? Let's get some actual gear on you. So, mysticism being your best stat. We don't actually have a book, unfortunately. Destiny is pretty low, so all of these wands are kind of non-ideal. But you're definitely going to get more value out of a wand than you would out of a, like a melee weapon. And then, what kind of armor can you... Actually, you have quite a high carry limit. You can wear some pretty serious armor. I guess take this bone heavy armor for the moment. And you know what we need? And people have pointed this out a couple of times. I have, like, no jewelry. We should try to get some jewelry. Would I rather have a sandstone relic? I don't know. I don't think it's a big difference. It does increase physical and spiritual shielding. The scaling is definitely worse in both purple and yellow challenges, but it's only a little bit worse, and this does give us the snare ability. Actually, yeah, I think I do want that instead. Oh, that's really heavy, though. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so if we can survive 150 more turns, our goblin will probably really be something. Alright, we maybe don't need any more wood. I don't know what else we would put you on, though. We could put you on fish and just roll even more experience on fish over. I don't know, I'll keep him on wood. Okay, so we got a little bit of granite. We need to get one more load of granite before we leave, which does require us to stay here for just one more turn. But I am a little nervous about these guys being so close. I guess let's hit it. We need the granite. The spirit talkers attacked us. Okay. So I don't really want to fight them, is the thing. Well, we literally don't have a choice here. I'm wondering if, since we saw with the Red Ridge Bandits that engaging in a challenge and then backing out of it sometimes gives you actual, like, a sort of a role-playing fail-forward mechanism. I'm wondering if we could retreat from this challenge and maybe get the option to talk to them. Let's try it, at least. It would be crappy to lose a character at this point, especially like these characters are pretty good, but we'll never know if we don't try it. You were badly beaten and forced to flee. Okay, we got a lot of experience from that, actually. And the mystical powers have come to fight us. Well, we know that we are not likely to be able to actually fight them, so just move away. And move away doesn't actually require you to move. We can just choose not to fight those guys whenever we want, apparently. Which is kind of wild. Does Jossia need to gain craftsman points more than she needs to become better at yellow challenges? She does have an okay weapon for yellow challenges, and she also has... well, the spider can only be used in reds. I don't know, how often are we going to use her to craft anything? Her crafting is so low. Yeah, I suspect she's not going to be used to craft stuff, so she doesn't really need to have good crafting. Alright, let's pick up and go check out this event. How are we doing on... okay, bars are full. Yeah, let's go have a look at this willow tree. You approach the weeping willow, and at first glance it looks like an ordinary tree. Perhaps the only oddity is that all the linden trees that once grew around here are now dried up stumps. Circle the tree 3 times, throwing bits of linden wood you brought to create a protective barrier. Really? Does that work? Is that how that... okay. I trust the witch. You circled the Weeping Willow, and with each pass you hear a hissing sound. On the third turn, a voice shouts, "Oi! Off with you and your tricks! It stings, but I'm not budging." The creature showed its weakness. Now that you're sure the linden works, strengthen the ritual and perform a banishing spell. Or we could just go over there and talk to it. I think we should maybe just banish it, because like it sure seems like the villagers have the right of this, and I don't know that getting closer to what I'm assuming is some kind of demon to let it work its trickery on us is a good idea. And this is like a pretty easy challenge. You build a bonfire and burn the lindenwood, allowing the smoke to engulf the Weeping Willow. The Kazort, a short, stubby, red-haired goat-like creature, hops out and tries to flee, but he is bound to the willow and cannot. So a Kazort, this is the thing that we saw riding that goat, pulling the storm cloud, right? Not like the same one, but the same type of demon. Believing he will burn, he finally relents and gives up his hold on this place. If you wish, you can continue the spell to kill him. The thing is, I'm thinking if we let him go, he's going to be pretty mad at us. Maybe we should be rid of him so we don't have to worry about him coming back for revenge. The Kazort shrieks in pain and eventually shrivels away like dried up fruit. The remains turn into a decent ruby. The curse is lifted immediately, and now the people will regain their health quickly. You also find a stash of good wood left behind by the demon. Yeah, that's alright wood. A little bit of rep with the Slavion, 3 more research points, which is very handy. I was kind of hoping we'd get Spirit Talker's rep for that. So it seems like maybe we don't have to worry about these guys, because we can just move away every time they attack us. Let's just try to move to the Spirit Talker's village. And we could make camp, but we can't gather granite in a single turn, so there's not really a reason to make camp. Let's just save the wood. Nope, we do not always have the move away option, apparently. Well, defend yourself by the strength of your spirit. Yep. So we are going to be fleeing again. Not happy about it. Maybe we do need to just get off the island. Okay, the sanity damage wasn't, like, debilitating that time. Bratomir taking 2 points of perception is pretty much a no-brainer. Myslav increasing the value of line charge seems pretty good. We could also grab 3 points of all-color shielding. Is not bad. So right now he line charges for 25. We can get that up to 31. That's a lot of damage, dude. I mean, they're both a lot of damage. And the thing is, we're probably not going to play him into non-red challenges very often, so let's go ahead and focus on that. Alright, let's move away and hope that they just, like, lose interest in us, because otherwise we're in a lot of trouble here. I mean you no harm. I just came to talk and visit. Shoot, it's a yellow challenge, though. Yeah, and our yellow health is all screwed up. Never mind. And then we're going to get attacked by them. Yeah, this is bad. Okay, we're just going to get off the landmass. If we did auto-resolve... Yeah, okay, let's run away like we did last time, because there weren't any real consequences for it. I'd really love to not murder our reputation with these guys, if possible. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty small drop. So here we can just move away. Someone is trying to entrance you with their silver tongues. We are going to move away. We are not interested in engaging in challenges on this landmass anymore. Sadly, we have exactly not enough movement to get into the water here. Yeah, that really sucks. Okay. I guess we go as far as we can. And then next turn we get in the water. We're still having a pretty hard time with relatively low level challenges. Challenges that are lower level than I am expecting to see against the Red Ridge Bandits, so I'm worried about this. Well, a shipwreck. Let's swim over to check for anything useful. The ship is old and seems to have belonged to orcs, judging by the crude style. Orcs are known for their sturdy metalwork. Perhaps something survived the crash. But there are some small fish and a larger shape swimming here. So we could try to call out to the larger shape. We could just go for a hunt the fish action here, because this is a concept challenge and can't damage us. Total defeat in the challenge could damage us, though. Let's see if we can maybe figure it out. So we have one good use of reliable argument. We have outmaneuver, of course, which is very good. Let's start with outmaneuver. 27 damage. Okay, so... yeah, we're dead. That sucks. I guess we can play showing off right in front of him. They have 5 cards available. Yeah, I mean, our damage is not terrible. This showing off would unfortunately be slower than this guy, so we can't delay him. Do we have any, like, relevant skills, maybe? Not really. So you only have 22 health. But you do get to go before that book. Yeah, maybe this will be okay, actually. Alright, that sucks. That they suddenly played 3 new blockers. Yep. So, we now have just my Slav, who is terrible. Okay, the fish beat you badly and force you to flee. Okay, but failing the challenge did not actually negatively affect us at all. Let's get back home. We are not ready for this island yet. That is a thing that we have learned. So we know now that it would be, like, hugely, unbelievably unsafe for us to attempt to move to a new island at the beginning of the game. There's no way we could survive. Well, I guess we don't know that that's the case for all of the islands. We can try to check the other land masses. It might be that the purple island is, like, not the lowest difficulty of them. Who knows? The waters are calm, the sky's clear, and you hear a faint yet alluring song carried on the waves. Oh no. The closer you get to the song, the stronger you feel the magic that accompanies it. But even with the knowledge, you will have to fight this enchantment. You see several sea demons surround your boat and circle as they sing. Well, we're definitely going to be better at fighting this enchantment with our spirit than we would at fighting it with our mind, but we're still definitely also going to lose that. So we're going to have to retreat from this, right? Yeah, 22 damage on 64 health with... that's a very fast attack as well. We have no chance of surviving this. The sea demons swarm your boat and feed on your spirit energy. They try to drag one of you into the water, but luckily manage to only take a backpack. Okay, wow, we lost all of that. A backpack. How did I have 4 suits of armor jammed into 1 backpack? Oh, that's frustrating. Well, the good news is, I believe they left us enough granite to still build the thing. Because we did not need all of the granite that we pulled there, and they only stole 4 of it. Seems unlikely to me that I would want to use a Destiny-based attack in a purple challenge when we have purple mysticism attacks. I guess we take another level of throw pebbles. Hard to imagine we'd ever want to use that either, though. Okay, everybody. Bad news, the purple island is cursed. Okay, we do indeed have enough granite and gold to try to build this thing. So, pull Zosha onto it. That gives us only a 24% chance of producing garbage. I say, but I think we have seen in the past that it happens. It sure seems to happen more than I would like. It's just like human perception of probability is really bad. Like, legendarily bad. I guess gather some berries. I know berry gathering is inefficient, but it's the food that we need most, and none of the other stuff we might gather is a bigger deal. Guess we could put you on gold. I don't think it really matters, though. Okay. Like, I was watching some Bear Taffy, who's another YouTuber and streamer, who started playing XCOM 2, and I was watching him play XCOM 2, and people just get, like, really upset when they miss an 80% shot, even if they hit 80% of their 80% shots. If you miss 20% of the time on an 80% shot, you feel terrible. It feels like the game is out to get you. That couldn't possibly be the way it's supposed to be. Alright, come on, javelins. Fingers crossed. Show me good javelins. Takes you to the crafting menu. Oh, not only did we get good javelins, we actually got masterwork javelins. That is extremely lucky. The odds of that were quite low. Okay, I love having shield leech on the first strike damage. That's bananas. Okay, so she seems pretty powerful. The question now is, are there any other preparations we want to make before we attempt to engage with the Red Ridgers? We could probably chill out in town and make sure that everybody's at maximum sanity before we go. Oh, interesting. This spellbook has a lower quality level, but it's made of better materials. So the random blasts actually have the same scaling, and this has Fireball instead of Ice Spike. Fireball is actually remarkably fast for an attack that does that hammer splash. Yeah, I think we're gonna switch her out. I think I was a little dismissive about this book because I just looked at the quality bar, but this is this is an elemental weapon as opposed to a normal weapon, so the quality bar is a little misleading there. And we can swap cats now and give her the good cat, now that we're no longer trying to have the kid grow up into something powerful. So do we want to take the kid with us to meet the Red Ridgers? Maybe. We may end up in a red challenge, we may not. It's hard, I have no idea, actually, what our situation is going to be with them. That's part of the reason I've been so reluctant to move forward on this. It's just, I just don't know, and that scares me a little. But I think we have, like, reasonable gear. This armor is not nearly as effective as the armor that we've been building. Yeah, we could make the Goblin some medium armor. Some armor that is better than this garbage. So we've gone gold in the past like this, and the kid's gonna presumably want to engage in non-red challenges. And this armor is almost as good as the armor they're wearing now in red challenges. So yeah, let's build one of these, and then we'll go do the thing. The kid can come with us. I keep saying kid. This goblin is a full-grown adult now. I'm being a little condescending. I do wish that the snow would end, though. Alright, did we make some decent armor there? We made some masterwork armor there, in fact. We might want to give the masterwork armor to somebody else. Like the witch, maybe? Oh, the witch has to wear light. Who comes with us on these challenges? No, you know what? We'll just give it to the goblin. That's fine. Barky. I gotta try to remember my party members' names. Okay. We gotta try to learn to make jewelry. There's a lot of empty jewelry slots there. So how many... We don't know how many turns the snowstorm is going to be. I think we could probably wait until the snowstorm is over before leaving, because it's going to take us longer to walk there if we don't. So what do we need? I don't know. We're slowly and inefficiently gathering fruit with the adventuring party. It's not a big deal. I guess... Boy, there really isn't anything good to put you on. We already have enough of everything. I guess let's put the good gatherers on the gold then. We can at least sell the gold. And the goblins can help gather bone. Maybe we'll need some bone for something. It's hard to want to put people on a thing that has the red gathering bar, right? It's so inefficient. But putting more than one person on fishing is also inefficient because remember, rollover is halved. Bozidar is almost exactly getting 1 full bar of fishing done each turn. A thick, sickly fog descends upon your village, and within a few nights folks begin to fall ill with a heavy fever. This is surely a bad omen, but without wise ones it is hard to decipher. Harsh burn on the witch there. Observe the mist in the hopes of finding clues. You find a deep, dark hole near a sacred oak. You see the essence of a demon, a skeletal, deformed creature, bound to an angry pack of the... Okay, I gotta figure out what this is. We've seen this word a bunch of times, and every time is it bees? Is it BS? I'm just gonna Google this really quickly here. An evil spirit or demon in Slavic mythology. It looks like, bies. It looks like biet. Or, bies. Okay. If you kill the BS, you'll likely banish the skeletal demon as well. We could just cure the sick and hope the demon goes away. I think we are likely to be able to pass that challenge. We could shout at the mist for a while. I'm not an expert on demons, but it feels like shout at the mist is a real bad solution to this problem. We might be able to do a difficulty 4 red challenge. We're okay at red challenges. We'll definitely be able to do this. We might be able to do this. But my suspicion is winning this challenge is way better for us in the long run. I'm not offering a sacrifice. Let's just take the challenge we know for a fact we can do. Fight the fever tooth and nail, and despite the efforts of a demon fiend, you all remain alive. So I'm wondering if that was like a not safe choice there. And we got lucky this time. And some max health gains is pretty cool. But I'm wondering if that's not always the outcome. Yes, she wants to cure the curse that we got from running from those purple dudes. I'm down with that. We could have our witch tell her to stop the sales pitch and just give us a rabbit's foot dipped in virgin's blood under a half moon during a harvest. I can do the rest, thank you. Alright, here. Special price for you. Okay, 25. That is a pretty good price. Well, here's 25 fish. We can afford to give you 25 fish for sure. Alright, I did not remember that the witch was also cursed. Okay, seems like Migo could just grab 2 points of wits here. That seems powerful. Alright, who's coming with us to the Red Ridge camp? Make some trouble. I can't remember, is the camp close enough that we're going to get the village? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it totally is. So we don't have to send very many people at all. We might have to pursue, though, like, you know, there might end up being another step to this that is even further out. So maybe let's send these people... Do we want to put Migo out there? And Migo's not really scaling up very well. Like, if you just look at the raw numbers, his attack stats are still pretty bad. I think maybe rats just don't develop in the long term the way we might like. These 3 have it under control. And I'm not going to stress too much about what we're giving them, because they're not really going to walk that far. Just give them some food and some wood just in case, a little bit of wood. Okay, good enough. Alright, let's see if, with the help of our the people we've talked into helping us, we are actually capable of dealing with this problem. God, I hope so. So, you done the deed? No? Bugger off then. Go do what we asked. Okay, so we could call upon the demons for aid and attack the bandits straight up. But we did talk the scavenger into giving us that rod. So let's lie to them first. Let's try to get in closer here before we launch our attack. So you done the deed? Yes, we killed the scavengers. Absolutely. Ah, the rod of the old mother, I see. So they're gone, finally. We will, of course, go and confirm. I am reluctant to trust strangers, but let us drink tonight. So, poison their drink and attack whoever's left. Use the opportunity of drinking to try to steal away the kidnapped children. I mean, if we successfully poison them and then kill them, we can free the kidnapped children after that, right? So my guess is that this is a challenge that sort of skunks the whole situation in exchange for helping out the scavengers, and this one will give us an easier version of the red combat challenge. We can do this. The poison works well. Oh, okay, you slaughter the bandits straight up, and those who survive run away via hidden passages, swearing revenge upon you. You find some goods and even some cages where livestock and people were held. Some are empty, but perhaps a few may yet be occupied. You find a horse, some dogs, and several bodies of scavengers, including children, though some may yet be alive. Yeah, let's help anybody that we can help. The alchemist arrives out of nowhere and looks pleased. He was watching us. It's like a spy satellite somewhere. Ignoring all the bloody carnage. Splendid! My oh my, I never did think you'd go this way. So, the cave entrance is now clear. I will go in first, make way, and mark it for you on the map. Come join me if you want to find out more about the Shattering. I think that I do, in fact, want to find out more about the Shattering. We also found, like, a pretty okay horse, and some decent wolves. Some decent pet dogs. And some materials. Okay, I mean, monster bone's nice. So yeah, clearly the intent there is that you're supposed to run into that, go, holy crap, 7, difficulty challenge, I can't do that. Retreat, and then pursue the other options. I think we did that pretty much the way we were supposed to, actually. So did he add a new point of interest? Yeah, I think that's new, right? Alright, well, let's go talk to the scavengers and everything. Oh, is this... This isn't. That is new, I think. The nights are long and lonely, and some of you find comfort in each other's company. But the ever-vigilant and slightly over-enthusiastic stork is spotted nearby. Hey, we got another goblin child. Okay, so you have to have either an adult of a race or the loyalty of a race in order to be able to access the special classes associated with that race. That's interesting, because there are starting cards that can give you extra points of loyalty with various factions, and I didn't really understand what the value of those was, but it makes a little bit more sense now. So first of all, the expedition can go and talk to these guys. We killed the bandits. Ah, I'd be damned to all hells and kiss Nea's arse for eternity. You went and did it. A deal's a deal. We stay away from that cave. You go do what you want with it. We go have us a party now. You come drink with us. You take Monia. Monia? I mean, yes, it would be rude not to take the reward. Monia is a scavenger. Okay. She be good to you. Don't beat her much and we good. Okay, that's a promise. Now go, see your cave and make flesh-healthy sprogs. Now we go drink. We could party with them before leaving, right? This isn't going to be a trick that results in them stealing all of my stuff. No, we just work together. Yeah, I think we trust each other. Let's party. Oh, it's hesitating. Okay, there we go. Alright, we overdrank, like, a lot. But that's not a terribly powerful toxin. And, wow, 20 points of loyalty with the scavenger faction. That's awesome. Also, 6 research points. We are doing alright here. So is this now a scavenger? Yeah, it's a scavenger village. That's awesome. Is there anything I can help with? Do you need anything? There are crows in a tower nearby. I am ready to deal with crows for you. I can fight crows. Okay. Those aren't crows. That's... Oh no, here's the crows in the tower. I don't know what this is. It's just like people spawning all over the place. Alright, let's interact with this now. You finally enter the Red Cave, and now you realize the meaning of its name. The walls and floor are rough, layered with blood-red moss and black veins. Faint crimson light lingers beneath this odd canopy, pulsating quietly in slow rhythm. Let's wait for the alchemist. He stares, his mouth wide open and eyes lit up, and gestures for you to move forwards. Hey, you guys should go check if it's safe for me. Fair enough. You move through this old tunnel and find several paths, some leading to small alcoves that are clearly used by the bandits as storage. Other paths are completely collapsed. The only remaining way leads to what looks like an entrance to another larger tunnel, but there is a membrane blocking your way. Okay, the alchemist doesn't seem to be particularly knowledgeable. Let's have the witch look at it. You examine the structure of this barrier and sense ancient weaves of magic, combined with a life of its own, as well as the artifice of dwarves. Through magic, you can weaken the weaves and thus hopefully walk through it. Yeah, we should be able to pull that off. Carefully, you unravel the complex weaves that keep the barrier up, and the whole thing collapses, allowing you to enter. So, we still don't really have I don't have a great grasp of what the very abstracted difficulty levels mean. At this point, it looks like we can absolutely crush level 3 challenges, but level 5 challenges are still too much for us. At least, I think we're close on level 5 challenges, but at this point we still can't. Either can't win them, or can only win them with very serious injuries. You stand in a dark chamber, covered still in the strange moss. But here you see a deep hole in the middle, the earth and stone around it torn from within. And from this hole cracks spread out like the sun's rays. They are small here, yet you see bright light within, and you sense enormous power within, pulsating, spreading. And yet, from your divine connection, you also sense that this is a mere outlet, not the source. Fascinating. I've heard of such things. Of course, inanimate yet living is not a thing of myth in Slavia, no, but at this scale? This cave, it has residues of great power, but also echoes of life. Alas, I admit, I need help if I am to solve this. Okay, we should probably see this story the first time. Can we help? Unless you happen to be a dwarven stone master, or perhaps an ancient who still remembers, no. We need to search for an expert. I will of course remain here and study this cave. Where could I find such an expert? Well, that's an excellent question. I would wager that traveling to the lands of stone and metal where dwarven survivors now dwell is a sure bet. Okay, we're being explicitly told here to go across the ocean. Now, you could come look for some elder long-ears, elves, that is. Once they're old enough, the likelihood that they meddled in the affairs of the world grows exponentially. You'd find them in ancient forests. And who knows, maybe goblins or orcs know something. Just remember to find their villages, not just random folk. Okay, any other options? Failing that, I do know a place, but it will be a matter of brute force and likely much more difficult. A dwarven smith of great renown is held captive by trolls. I happen to know where. Go, free him, and he will be honor-bound to aid you. Okay, I don't really want to fight trolls. Thank you for the help. Okay, so just go to another landmass and talk to the people in the villages. I could do that. I have a feeling that we could maybe find a village that would be a little friendlier to us than the one on the Purple Island, especially since we've kind of upset them at this point. So Zosia probably just takes intelligence here. 2 points of intelligence is the same amount of crafting as 1 point of wisdom, if I'm not mistaken. I thought I remembered that Zosia had reliable argument, but apparently not. Okay, yeah, 2 points of intelligence is about as much crafting as 1 point of wisdom. Yeah, we'll take the intelligence. Bozidar, you also only have wisdom scaling attacks. Yeah, we'll take the wisdom on him. Your stuff is mostly destiny focused. Intelligence is what scales poison dust, though. So I think we're going to take the point of destiny. Because without the good cat... even without the good cat, mysticism is still high. So would a point of destiny be wasted? Basically, am I going to replace the wand with a book at the first opportunity and thus stop caring about destiny? Because if so, there's not a lot of sense in taking a point of destiny. I think that actually might be what we do. I'm going to grab a point of wits, which is just sort of broadly useful, because I don't feel like I really know what my plan is with Parky just yet. And then only one of these things increases gathering skill, so I'm going to take that, even though it's a pretty small gain. Yeah. Alright, let's have... Hold on. We did bring a book home. We could probably just give Parky this book and have him be immediately more effective. And then we have Monia and Janara. So what is the deal with these two? Monia has weakness. and trash attack, and also increased gathering. So actually, pretty okay gathering. We got to get her a tool, obviously. And Janara is, I mean, she's a goblin child, so not a lot of good skills, probably. Well, we could give her a cat. We could try the shaman thing again and see if we get lucky. We could also try giving her, like, one of the dogs and seeing if goblin plus perception is a thing. Yeah, let's try it. Let's see if a perceptive goblin gives us, like, a goblin version of a hunter, maybe. That would be cool. Ammonia, you are grown up, so we should probably equip you with stuff. Okay, you actually do want a wand. And I think that's our best scaling wand, right? 1.8. Yeah. Is the best one we have, and then you could wear some reasonably heavy armor. I might just give her the steel armor for now, and we'll worry about it later. And then we need a couple more gathering tools. We have a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of things in this game. Alright, so we have pretty bad gathering tools for the most part. We could make a Dryad's Wood gathering tool. Give this to one of our actual good gatherers. Okay, we'll make 2 of these. Oh, we're actually just short of the wood necessary for 2 of them. Okay, we'll make 1 of these. We'll give this to our better gatherers. And then we'll just hand down some of the other equipment. And then, I don't know, people can help gather fruit. It's inefficient, but there's nothing you guys are going to be able to do that's going to be, like, really helpful. Welcome, Chosen. I can't stay in chat, but I hear you're making progress in solving this whole shattering business, so here's another cosmic seed. In case it was not clear... Wow, 11 research points. In case it was not clear, we want you to go and found another village somewhere. Alright, I'll get right on that. Hold on, let's take the level ups before we engage the challenge. So, Protective Word is not really great. I think I'd rather increase the level of Craftsman here. 2 points of Wisdom on the Gatherer makes a lot of sense. Oh, it does kind of seem like they want us to lean into mysticism again. The question is just like, do we really... Even if Shaman is the best class for goblins, do we really want to just do the same thing over and over again? I think it's more important for us to try to gather knowledge about what the races can turn into, what kind of potential we have. You can totally take 2 points of Wisdom. That's totally fine. So yeah, I'm going to try to lean into Perception and see if that gets us anything. And let's go and interact with these people who have a star over their heads. Hello, people who are apparently part of a quest. What's your deal? Angry bandits spot you. They don't look like they're going to talk. Alright, well, let's intimidate them into at least considering talking to us. Fine, here. Take our shit and we back away. No need for fighting. No hard feelings. Yeah, I don't know. I have hard feelings. Okay, scaled medium armor. That's not bad. We got some monster javelins, which are not as good as our fancy granite ones. And then a dark spear. Okay, dealing with these guys is getting us scavenger rep, which is cool. And the dark spear went into the town's inventory. Well, we probably would keep Myslav with the shield. I guess actually it's a dark spear, not a dark polearm, though. It would probably let him keep using the shield. Okay, Bozidar, it's very unlikely he's going to use brute force, what with him having energy scattering, so I guess we take this, even though we're unlikely to get any value out of that either. We'll level up. Your level of Goblin increases. We probably take a level of Trash Attack because it comes with 1.5 Gathering. And then it's hard to imagine not wanting to take Ghostly Axe. Yeah, that's a huge amount of damage. We're using Ghostly Axe a lot more than Hunter's Mark. Maybe that's a mistake. It's possible that I should be doing that differently. Alright, what do our Gatherers have? Flat 3.0 increase in Gathering. Okay. You should definitely have... Even with this being a garbage quality gathering tool, it's still significantly more powerful. And then we can pass the fur gathering tool down to the kid. We have to give you some lighter armor if we want you to be able to actually use a gathering tool. You know what? That'll do. Do we want to put that on somebody else, though? No, I kind of think, like, this is fine medium armor, but I do think it's our worst set of medium armor, so maybe we can leave that on you. And then we need to make one more gathering tool. So we could go, like, Dryad's Wood and... You know, we could go and just mine up a bunch of ruby and then make some new gathering tools out of ruby. How good would those be? 134. That's pretty good. Unfortunately, because it's wild, there is a greater chance of creating garbage. We could, like, do this for right now. 127 or... Yeah, I guess we could just make it out of wood. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's deal with the other group of enemies here. More and more scavenger groups are roaming these parts lately, and they don't always care if you were once friends. I do not think that we want to fight them. Stay cautious, but speak to them. You ain't our enemy, but you ain't our friends either. Go to our village if you want to make friends. Now move away. Okay, I will move away. And then we will try to interact with you again, but this time I'll give you some stuff in the hopes of currying favor. Would you like some of our 1,000 fish cakes? Too bad, you get raw fish. Sure, you fool, but we don't care. Bye. Hey, they do care. They lied to me. They totally care a small amount. Alright, you find the tower where a crow's nest is bothering the scavengers. So, we could just kill them, but why don't we use our intellect? You mark the territory and harass the crows for a time so that in the end they move on from the tower. You got rid of the problem as you were asked, so the scavengers are grateful. Okay, we are so very close to having an allied faction here. Let's send the adventurers out to the village. We should probably actually equip this gathering tool on somebody. So this time we made... am I just looking right past it? No. Oh, that's the old gathering tool. I haven't ended the turn yet since we put the new one in the queue. Alright, Biaklava is fighting mostly with Destiny. Destiny and Wisdom. Okay, so 2 points of Wisdom. Seems reasonable here. Migo probably takes another point of Strength of the Swarm. Quarky. Oh, we could take 2 points of Destiny here. Hold on, we'll come back to that. Lena would take this. On Myslav, we probably just take the point of Strength. So, Quarky. Mysticism is higher, and we have a book for you. So Destiny really doesn't feel great. We don't really have access to a skill, or to a stat here that I'm happy with taking. I guess I'd rather have a point of Wisdom than Destiny, because Wisdom at least gives a reasonable amount of crafting and gathering. Alright, let's go get allied with these scavengers. Is there anything at all we can help with? So, trading them a little bit of wood should get us what we need, because we only need the tiniest little bit of rep. You're weird, you are, but sure, thanks. We cannot give much in return, because we ain't as odd as you, but here, have what we can spare. Okay, I mean, this is a significant amount of trade value, at least. And that's got us to... Oh, someone is calling out to you. Go see what they want. Say, you did us a solid and all. Our witch will teach you to be like her, warts and all, but also that dark magic stuff. It may kill you, but your choice. So we can train one of our random scavengers to become a magic user. I think I want to do that. My impression of the scavenger class is that they are not great. Okay, Biaklava has become a magic user, so it didn't actually change her class. It just made her a magic user. A rain of frogs falls on all your enemies, some big permanent stat bonuses. Okay, that's cool. And do they have anything neat available for trade? We have a 116% gathering tool. Man, it seems like the gathering and crafting tools that are available from the factions are always terrible. At least the factions that are on the starting island. And none of these weapons are great. We'll take all your coal, though. And I guess your herbs? Why not? Because we could trade like a single piece of equipment for all of this. How would you like these sandstone javelins? They're not great, and we know how to build better ones, so... and then we could also just, like, grab some, I don't know, some leather? A small amount of leather to even things out? Okay. So, I'm not saying that we're going to go for a domination victory, but look at that, 1 of 5. We also are up to 4 races among our followers. At least 6 buildings with skill level 4, or at least 6 characters on level 20. We don't have anybody anywhere near level 20. But, like, these are goals that are starting to look doable, maybe? I can at least see how we would get to them now. Right, maybe we should go try to push stuff forward with the Slavians as well. Oh, we should go talk to the demons, too. Because we did deal with the bandits. We can go tell them that they'll be safe now. Done the deed? You killed those Red Ridge bastards? No, and now I'll murder you. Yeah, yes we did. Wonderful news. I admit I was betting against you. Well, a deal's a deal. Here's a reward and a blessing. We've been to that cave. You'll need to be tough to get in where you need to. Good luck. So they gave us a golden relic, which, is actually a pretty good relic. And a dazzling scroll, which is fine. It's like totally okay. Alright, and some blessings. And we're going to get some more advancement here. Okay, so I guess the next thing to do is to go across the sea and set up another village. I don't know that we have enough people to set up and run another village, do we? Hard to imagine I want to take this when I could just take Ghostly Axe. We have, thus far, been lucky enough to not have to use brute force very much this run. So this is our path quest, right? I think we're still a little weak for that, maybe? Let's go have a chat with our other friendly village and see if they have anything they want done. I think our reputation's only in like the 30s with them. They don't have any work for us, which is a real bummer. It's very difficult to get rep with these dudes, because they don't want to give us any quests. The good news is we have basically an infinite amount of wood, functionally infinite, so we can keep doing this, but it's expensive in terms of movement points. Yeah, I don't want to have to do that another 15 times. Okay, we can only give them stuff every so often anyway. Well, let's visit the food trader, or we could visit the kennels and maybe get ourselves some cool new animals. Yeah, sure. We have some pups for you to buy. I would like to buy a dog, please. Would you like this terrible wooden mallet? Can we maybe give him something a little bit even less valuable? Here, a wooden club. I'll give you this wooden club for a dog. Okay, that is a low-tier dog. I feel terrible. I feel terrible saying that. Let's also visit the food trader. Only do food for food exchange. Sauerkraut with mushrooms and meat, all stewed for hours, to make a Slavian winter classic. Well, they value their food quite a bit higher than they value my food, it looks like. We have a ton of grilled fish we could give them. Like, yeah, give me all of this. And we'll trade you some grilled fish. I think this will be like a very slight morale boost, I guess. It doesn't really help us to hold on to this much grilled fish. Or honestly, why am I doing this? We would give them fish cakes, right? Whatever the appropriate number of fish cakes is. We have so many fish cakes, and they're of, apparently, such high value. We could trade for anything good, if only anybody around us had anything good to trade for. Alright, well, we have some direction here. What is this? Hold on, what quest is that? It's in my logbook, just the Divine Path quest right now. I don't remember what caused this to appear on the map. Okay, maybe we'll go check that out next time. We have some direction now. I think probably what we need to do is sail to, like, this and this island. Have a look at those, see if they are easier or harder than Purple Island. It's possible that all of the islands that aren't your starting landmass are roughly the same difficulty, but I would be surprised if that were the case. That is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time to see what kind of trouble we can get into on some new lands. And we'll see you then.